At the southern tip of the Americas, where land fractures into ice and wind, lies a world that feels elemental. Southern Chile is defined less by borders than by forces, tectonic, climatic, and human. Within Torres del Paine National Park, the Earth reveals one of its most dramatic compositions. Granite towers rise from the plains, sculpted remnants of magma, unmasked by the slow hand of erosion. Weather swings without warning. The landscape resists control. This is Patagonia, a wilderness region that continues to challenge how we understand nature and our place within it. These jagged peaks are the result of geological forces set in motion before the dawn of memory. As the ancient oceanic crust of the Pacific Plate pressed beneath the South American continent, magma was forced upward into the Earth's crust. There, it cooled into solid granite, hidden beneath layers of softer sedimentary rock. Over successive ice ages, mighty glaciers advanced and retreated across this landscape, carving and stripping away those softer layers. Across Patagonia, glaciers continue to shape the land. Massive ice caps drive the flow of frozen rivers, their towering blue walls collapsing into the waters below. The wind moves constantly here, unhindered, relentless, sweeping through the mountains with a force that feels primal. Clouds gather and dissolve within minutes, casting shadows across the peaks. In this remote corner of the world, the passage of time becomes visible, not in years or centuries, but in epochs, written in stone, ice, and sky. Yet even here, change is underway. From the Andean peaks to the sea, glaciers are retreating, some at accelerating rates. Ice that has persisted for millennia is now receding within decades. Scientists monitor these shifts closely, not only as local changes, but as indicators of global transformation. Patagonia's isolation once suggested permanence. Today, it reveals vulnerability. Before entering the deep fjords of southern Patagonia, we traverse the storied waters of the Strait of Magellan, a passage that once haunted the dreams of global explorers. Within this legendary reach, the Pacific collides with the relentless surge of the Atlantic, carving a perilous path. In 1519, the Portuguese navigator Ferdinand Magellan set sail under the Spanish crown, seeking a westward route to the fabled Spice Islands of Asia. His ambition was not merely commercial, it was existential, to prove the continuity of the world's oceans. What he found was more than a passage, it was a revelation, a hidden strait, treacherous and narrow, yet navigable, a gateway between oceans that reshaped our understanding of geography, distance, and scale. The oceans were no longer boundaries, but a single, continuous system. Where others faltered, Magellan pressed through storm and tide. Though he fell, his expedition completed the first circumnavigation, redefining maps and humanity's place upon them. From this historic threshold, we journey deeper still, into the remote and intricate waterways of southern Chile. The Chilean fjords unfold as a labyrinth of mist, water, and stone, where mountains descend directly into the sea. These channels were carved over millions of years by monolithic glaciers flowing from the southern Patagonian ice field. As the ice advanced, it sculpted deep valleys into the land. When the climate warmed and the glaciers retreated, the ocean flooded these voids, transforming them into the waterways we navigate today. The ice has withdrawn, but its imprint endures. Further north, the landscape transforms once again. In Chile's Lake District, water remains ever present, but here it gathers in sweeping, tranquil expanses. Around Lake Lanquihue and the town of Puerto Varas, the scenery appears serene, yet beneath this calm lies a volatile geological reality. These mountains are part of the same tectonic system that shaped Patagonia. As the Nazca Plate slides beneath the South American continent, it fuels a chain of active volcanoes stretching along the Andes. Peaks such as Osorno volcano rise with near-perfect symmetry, icons of natural beauty, yet reminders of the forces that continue to reshape this land. The lakes themselves were formed through the combined action of ice and fire, glaciers carving deep basins, later filled by meltwater and rainfall, while volcanic activity shaped the terrain that surrounds them. In Puerto Varas, traces of 19th century European settlement remain, where German immigrants established communities at the edge of a dynamic and unpredictable environment. Across these varied landscapes, life persists under demanding conditions. In the windswept plains of Patagonia, Guanacos move in cautious groups, adapted to open terrain where exposure offers both risk and survival. Along the coasts and islands, colonies of Magellanic penguins return year after year, navigating vast ocean distances to reach the same shores where they were born. The climate is unforgiving. Temperatures shift rapidly, resources are scarce. Yet within these constraints, ecosystems thrive on adaptation and resilience. For much of history, this region remained beyond the reach of sustained human habitation. Its geography, immense and often inhospitable, posed limits that few could overcome. Long before modern outposts, indigenous communities like the Mapuche forged enduring bonds. Their legacy reflects a different perspective: coexistence rather than control. In Punta Arenas, human presence persists at one of the southernmost edges of the inhabited world. Once a vital point between oceans, it stood at the crossroads of global maritime routes, where isolation met the expanding reach of an interconnected world. Further north, in Puerto Natales, life unfolds at the threshold of Patagonia's interior. These are places of endurance, where communities adapt to the same forces that shape the land. Yet even here, in one of the most remote regions on Earth, change is underway. Glaciers that have shaped this landscape for millennia are retreating. As global temperatures rise, the balance between accumulation and melt begins to change, altering rivers, ecosystems, and the structure of the land itself. At the southern edge of the Americas, the narrative is written by the slow movement of glaciers and the quiet persistence of natural systems. In such a landscape, perspective shifts, and we are reminded not of our dominance over the world, but of our place within it. We invite you to continue exploring the world with us through landscapes, histories, and ideas that shape our shared human experience. This is Athena World Journey.